this is just an update on the PROM that I have, which is premature rupture of the membranes, which means that my water went at 22 weeks and 6 days. And I was in hospital for just over 3 weeks on bed rest. During that time I had steroids and antibiotics just to make sure that infection wasn't there. On my 26-week scan with my consultant, I was allowed to come home as long as I had plenty of rest and kept my feet out. She basically explained it as gravity will pull the waters out more, so that's why I'm sort of staying with my feet up and not doing anything really. And I'm 28 weeks now, and one day, which is like a massive milestone for us all to get to. As we all know, that 28 weeks, it's a lot better sort of survival rate and things. And then obviously this is a scan, if you can see it here, my little baby, if you can see that. So yeah, that was very emotional when I saw that, because she was 26 weeks then, and I'm now 28 weeks and 1 day, so still counting on the days and hoping to get as far as we can. It's just nice to be able to be back home. I'm back home, but I am monitoring myself for my temperature twice a day. If there's any changes in the colour of the water or the smell of the waters, or if I have any mild pains like period pains, because obviously with a premature labour or a premature birth, it can be quite difficult to tell the difference between labour pains, because it's not going to feel like a normal labour. It could be just mild cramping that comes sort of every few minutes, but I need to get straight to the hospital, and obviously that could be a sign that labour could be starting. So labour could still happen any time. It's a really unpredictable thing from when your waters go. And she's growing fine on all of the scans, which is a good sign. She's actually not just got pockets anymore, but the fluid level is it's gone to a low normal. So I'm still within the normal like the brackets now on the chart, but it's still low. So I'm just drinking plenty of water. Again, checking my temperature for infection. I've also bought a blood pressure monitor, and that I'm just for my own peace of mind really, to make sure that that's stable. I went into hospital yesterday I have to go twice a week for regular bloods to check again for infection, and they'll check my urine for infection too. Yesterday they did find protein in my urine, and I didn't know what it was, and they said it was a number 2, which is quite high. So I've had blood tests for preeclampsia, but they've come back normal, so that's a good sign, but they're still testing my urine for preeclampsia. They've tested my urine for a UTI, so a water infection, I guess, which is very common in pregnancy. But I've not had any symptoms or signs of preeclampsia or a UTI. I have read that there could be diabetes related to protein. I'm not sure though about that, so I need to ask. If it doesn't come back as preeclampsia or a UTI, then I've got to ask if it is, it could be diabetes. But I do have that test this Thursday. But other than that, I'm going well. I can't really buy anything because I just feel like I jinx myself every single time. I have bought a Moses basket and a steriliser, and just some. I've bought like a breast pump, because I have been told that if labour doesn't start, then the consultant will give me a planned C-section between 32 and 36 weeks. So she's definitely going to be premature, but it's just how premature, but we're still waiting on that. And again, it's a day-by-day thing that we wait for if infection starts. But we know that it's going to be under general anaesthetic because of my low blood platelets. So I've got to be put to sleep for that. And that's about it really. And because she's breech, I think, and obviously premature, which is why they prefer to give a C-section, just because my risk of bleeding, the baby might have low blood platelets from me because it's hereditary, so it's just safer to have a C-section, which I'm happy. I just want the baby here safe now, and if that is the case, that's the baby can come between 4 and 8 weeks if it doesn't come before. So yeah, I've got to start buying things somehow, but I slowly get in there with buying little bits because I just don't want to push my luck, because obviously 28 weeks is still too early. But obviously it's a lot better than where I was at 23 weeks. So I'm going to keep you updated as much as possible, but up to now all is going really well. I'm happy to be home. I've got my little doggy and my fiance living with me, so it's just nice to try and enjoy as much of this pregnancy as I can. Another symptom that I've had really bad is acid reflux. That started probably around week 25, and it's just so bad where I can't even sleep at night properly. If I'm lying down, it's a nightmare. And so I keep milk with me all the time. I don't even know if that does work, but it seems to calm it initially anyway. I take Gaviscon, but that lasts for like a second and then it's back again. So sometimes I just feel like I want to throw up to get rid of the feeling. But that's just another. I think she's got lots of hair. I'll blame that. But yeah, no, other than that, I feel fine within myself. I don't feel like I've got, my waters are broken, apart from not being able to do anything, even though I want to do stuff. It's really restricting. And it's quite difficult to enjoy the pregnancy when you don't know when your baby's going to come. I mean, we don't even know if her lungs are going to be okay, because just the amount of fluid might still not be enough for what she needs. So it's just a waiting game, and I don't know how long she's going to need to be in the NICU. If she comes at 36 weeks, they still like to take them down to NICU just to observe them first and make sure that everything is okay, especially with the lung development, because I've had steroids, and because of the low water, they still need to make sure that she can breathe on her own, and I just think they don't want to take any risks. But because it's so close to Christmas as well, we're not sure whether we'll be in the hospital at Christmas visiting her, or we don't know anything. We really don't. Obviously, the later she comes, the better. But other than that, it's quite positive. Hopefully, to send out the message to other people who's had their waters broke early, not to give up on hope, because you know your body, and even though it can be unpredictable, just give the baby a chance and give yourself a chance. Like, if that option is there. I know some people are obviously very much earlier than 23 weeks, where it is quite upsetting and obviously not very good news. But mine did break at 22 weeks and 6 days, and I've lasted out, obviously I'm 28 weeks now over. So please don't give up. It's a very stressful time. You can't enjoy your pregnancy. Every time I kick though, I love it, even though she's breech, and I feel every move she makes, every turn, and she can't actually turn much now, and she does really stretch my belly out, and she's been doing that since about 22 weeks, and so she's only getting stronger. But that's a really good sign for me, because I know that she's growing safe and or strong, and she's healthy really, and that's just my instinct that I know she's okay. But yeah, just don't get too wound up on the negatives. Don't get focused on the negatives. Obviously, you have to be aware that the worst can happen, and it might happen, and you do have to prepare yourself and your partner for that, and your family. But also, while you're going through the process of taking each day at a time, you need to make sure that you've got a happy outlook, where you think, no, my baby's strong, I'm strong, she's going to stay in there, and just take each day and yeah, just keep going really. That's all you can do. You can't plan anything, you can't buy anything, but I'll hopefully update you with some more good news. I have my next scan when I'm 29 weeks, so I have a good feeling I'll get there. Hopefully I will, but I'll update you on the 29-week scan and see if there's any changes with the growth. Okay, bye.